Oh, yeah. Sunset Rewind FanZone episode 12. Moving on to the second round of the playoffs, Coach.
Yeah. First there was 6, then there was 5, now there's 3. So it's slowly getting whittling down, but the stakes are getting higher as you advance in the playoffs. Each round gets a little more consequential, and here we are, 3 left.
So let's jump right into the fan comments. Bryce T. Sawyer said, "This might have been my favorite episode. Can't wait for the playoffs despite the D1 drama. Let's go Sunset League." Absolutely, Bryce. Thank you very much for your kind words. Unfortunately, we lost 2 Sunset League teams this week, but we still got 3 moving on. So,
look, we mourn the losses, we celebrate the wins, and that's just the way it goes, especially when it's the playoffs. Oh, my man. Brennan finally got off my back and jumped on yours. First of all, I said, can we be in awe of Kent's understanding of the data? Yeah, so he's talking about last week on FanZone. We had Kent McKellen helping us break down CIF, and he's kind of a guru in that area. He's very humble and say, well, not really. But trust me, he knows what he's talking about, and that helped us a lot.
He's like a Jedi master.
Yeah, he's closing in. He's definitely not a Padawan. Mo, I got to hand it to you. Your shirt game is on point today. Thank you, G-Force. They hooked this up, but he's talking about last week, obviously. Right. The big question is, does Dull go golfing every Sunday after recording Sunset Rewind, or is it just laundry day?
No, not golfing. But
he's got golf clubs, but that's about as far as it goes. I'm not so much sure about his golfing game, so it had to be laundry day because he ain't golfing.
I swing golf clubs, and I can hit the ball pretty far. The problem is I don't know where it's going to land.
You hear 4 quite a bit if you golf with him. All right, what do we got?
So Rich Carrillo said, "Great show, fellas. Uncle Richie's Huntington Beach Oilers sneak into the dance on a 3-game skid. The new season begins on Friday. Hail, hail to Huntington." Yeah, they got in, and
well, now it's a 4-game skid, right?
But I mean, they, like I said in our earlier episode, they battled with Orange, and I mean that was a winnable game. But I mean, the future looks bright for the Oilers.
You know, the one thing is, I think they're rewarded for the league they're in because they took care of business in the preseason, and that's why I kind of thought Fountain Valley might sneak in too because, you know, their resume was so good. Their one non-league loss was El Dorado, or was it El Medina? Anyway,
El Dorado.
Yeah. Went undefeated. So anyway, long story short, no, great season. Didn't work out the way they wanted, but nothing to be ashamed of.
I mean, you're in the division that you're put in, but I mean, I think there's divisions out there that Huntington and Fountain Valley.
That was winnable, no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Okay, Benjamin Alcazar, do you think there are any coaches in the Sunset League who may leave after the season?
Ooh, interesting.
I don't know why. I mean, if UCLA or the Rams came calling, I'd consider it. But no, all 6 programs have had great years. They've all improved. I don't know why they would leave. So, I mean, unless you know something I don't, feel free to DM me on the
all great schools to be at it as well. So, hey, Tommy Tarr said, "Nice seeing you guys today." Yeah, he was in last Sunday. We met him. He said the sun never sets over the tar pit, and no, it does not. And the sun is going to be shining for another week and hopefully longer. Yeah,
at least. Okay, what's the name? Vegeta Goku Anime. What is your honest opinion of Newport Harbor and Cypress if they meet in the semis? Well, my honest opinion is this. They're not there yet, so you don't want to start looking down the road. They got work cut out for them this week, so don't worry about the semis or the finals or state. Just take care of business, and then we'll break that game down next week if it happens. I'd love to see it for a lot of reasons, but we don't have that yet, so just sit tight.
Hey, Wesley Roxy chimed in. He said, "Do you find it ironic that the top 2 teams in the league have no shot, but teams 3 through 5 have great shots?" Yeah, it is ironic that, you know, Los Al and Edison are kind of backed up against the wall, whereas, you know, CDM, Harbor,
and even Huntington
had a shot. Yeah, I do find it ironic. I mean, but that's the way CIF is now, and that's the system that we're playing in. And
let me just say this, and I love railing on CIF. I have no problem doing that, but they did get it right in a lot of ways. The only issue for me, anyway, is the whole Bosco Mater Dei thing, because if you eliminate those, Edison and Los Al have great opportunities in that division, as does the Division 2 teams, the 3 teams. I mean, these teams are all evenly matched. I mean, the days of the 1 seed getting a bye essentially until the semifinals is over. CDM had all they could handle. There were a lot of 10-0 teams on the road, a lot of 10-0 teams playing 10-0 teams as 1 seed. So there's nowhere to hide anymore in CIF. You're going to run into a ringer every week.
And I mean, that Chaparral team that we're going to see next week, Thousand Oaks had to travel to Chaparral. They were 10-0. Chaparral was 6-4.
Yeah. So, I mean, they did get a lot of the teams that are very similar to one another in the same division.
Right.
So I do like it in that respect, and it's kind of grown on me. We just got to figure out, that open division issue, because it's really annoying a lot of people, including myself. Let's see. Bryce T. Sawyer, in the world of, speaking of, nice segue, of modern day Bosco and IMGs, B Sunset League team, hometown heroes. Yeah, go Sunset League.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
So Ismael Cuevas. I think CIF did a great job this year, other than Bosco and Modern Day. Funny, there you go, Ishmael.
But these are comments we're reading. We're not
comments.
just trying to be redundant here.
Bounce those two teams, and it would be perfect. The question is that everybody's trying to figure out, as Coach Pottios just said, how do you bounce them, and where do they go?
Just go to state, have your own whatever. There's ways you can do it so they can still have a chance to play postseason ball, which they should be able to. I'd love to see the national tournament. I'd love to see the IMG.
Bishop
the
Gorman.
De La Salle's, Bishop Gorman.
Yeah.
You don't think people would be watching that? I mean, come on.
That'd be great.
Okay, Stephen Dealey on Twitter said, the seeding system is a little controversial, but is definitely getting it right with competitive games. Yeah, and that's kind of just piggybacking on what we've been saying. I think in a lot of ways it is working. Just got to fix that one problem.
But gone are the days of the number one team from a league getting a number 3 from another. It's different now with the rankings. Yeah.
Take care of business in the regular season, and then they'll figure out where to send you after that. Okay, we got some scholarships updates. Only one this week. Cole, can you please pull up that first slide? Look at my man.
Hey,
looking
T.A.
cool out
Cunningham.
there. T.A. Cunningham. Now, he actually did me a favor. He had Washington and LSU offer them. Usually, I like to make the slides consistent with the color of the college.
How about LSU winning yesterday, though?
Yeah, could that sway T.A.?
Beating Alabama.
But Washington and LSU, purple and gold.
Yep.
So I was able to throw both those in there with a nice little
works for both. Yeah.
color scheme. Okay, so the Orange County Register came out with the top leaders at the end of the regular season, and we got a couple Sunset Leaguer guys in there. So the first ones are Parker Awad, number 2 in the county in yards. And your boy Kojo, number 3, 2,445. Now Parker threw for over 400 yards, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. In the first round of the playoffs, so he's officially
over 3,000.
in the 3,000 club.
Nice, Parker.
I mean, now you're breathing some rarefied air. You're with some great all-time quarterbacks. So I know it wasn't the result you wanted, but a heck of an effort nonetheless. As we look at the receivers, Cooper Hoch, number 1 receiver in all of Orange County, 1,199 yards. God, can we give him one more yard to get to that nice, clean 1,200 number?
Yeah,
let's do it. 1,200 yards.
Yeah, let's call it 12.
Cash Money's up there.
Broke 1,000. Yep. Good, Cash.
AJ, Mason York, only a junior. He'll be back, Edison Nation. And then Ashton Hurley, who had a monster game in the first round of the playoffs. So it's good to see our guys getting recognized in terms of stats and recognized by the Register. And then on defense, how about my man, Carson de Avila, 5th with 112 tackles. Now remember, he's a safety. He's not a linebacker who's, that list is all linebackers and maybe 1 or 2 safeties, and he's on it. So congratulations.
And he's proved
Carson.
to be a weapon on offense now, too.
Yeah, they're starting to find out other ways to get him the ball, which is smart. Okay, player of the week.
Okay, I got to preface this one because I had 3 guys that I really, really considered. Jackson Brown from Huntington had 4 touchdowns. I thought about him. And then Colton Joseph, 15 for 19, 79% for 204 yards and 3 touchdowns. He had 51 yards rushing and 1 touchdown on the ground as well. But at the end of the day, I had to go with Parker Awad.
Parker Awad. Okay.
Edison.
I'm going to show you stats in a minute. The problem is the slide next is my pick, so we got that out of order. But I'm going to go with the guy who had an outstanding ball game. Well, here, let's just pull it up. Colin Pene. Again, 190 yards. Can we get 200? Yeah, 200 yards on the ground. That ref kind of screwed up on the spot.
One of the spots, right? Yeah.
The offensive line had a monster night for CDM. You guys are going to have to step up this week because you definitely have your work cut out for you. But, he's a guy who kind of came on the last 5 or 6 weeks. Remember, they lost Sanders, and they kind of, it takes a while sometimes for your backs and your O-line to mesh. But the second half of the season, he's really gotten his game going, and he was a big part of that win. Him working in conjunction with the O-line. So shout out to him.
CDM ground and pound. We're so used to talking about their air raid offense, but they got a run game too.
Here's the thing. If you're going to win CIF, you cannot be a one-trick pony. You can't just be a pass-heavy team or a run-heavy team. You're going to have one aspect of your offense open up the other. So the fact that they're now getting their ground game going quite effectively, that's going to get the guys like Weir and Hoch, and it's going to be great for Razor and Giuliano. So they're doing all the right things at the right time. And then let's look at your guy, Parker
Awad. There are his numbers. 31 of 46 for 67%, 425 yards, 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers. That's probably the most impressive thing of all. I mean, 0 interceptions, but 5 touchdowns to 5 different receivers.
Yeah, if you've got like an all-world receiver and you're just throwing to him, sometimes that guy's making you look a lot better than you are. This guy distributes the ball to all his players.
And I just want to say, Parker Awad is going to play college somewhere. And if you're a college coach watching this, get a hold of Coach Grady at Edison and get this guy on your college football team.
The one knock that seems to be on him is his height. Okay, and I haven't measured him. I know he's not 6'4" or anything like that, but his offensive line, the left tackle is going to ASU.
Yeah.
The left guard is a junior. He's getting a scholarship.
Yep.
The center is going to Pacific. He's thrown behind a D1 line already. And clearly that's not an issue or a problem for him. So consider that.
And his IQ, his football acumen is absolutely off the charts. He's like a Rhodes Scholar. I mean, he is so smart, cerebral, never gets rattled, just does his job and does it at an exceedingly high level.
Well, remember, we had the players in, and they said, when we asked them who'd make the next best head coach, they all instantly said Parker. So
Parker.
Great game. And by the way, that was against Orange Lutheran.
Against a Trinity League
That
school.
wasn't some,
Great job, Parker.
All right, so next week, Pauley at Los Al. That's about a 2 league champions. The Moore League champ taking on the Sunset League champ. We will definitely be at that one. We got Chaparral at CDM. I think Eric Ramos is going to be doing that game. These are all on Friday night, so we can't make them all. God, that's going to be a great game, actually. We'll have to look at the schedule because I'd really like to see that one as well. And then Harbor's on the road. They got a little bit of a road trip, but it's CIF. You're not playing teams around the corner. So they'll be at Newberry Park.
Those are all good games.
Those are great games.
Pauley and Los Al, their first playoff game. Chaparral, we already talked about, took out Thousand Oaks. Newberry Park beat a really good Maricosta team. So
we'll have people at all the games. We'll have footage, and we'll get this thing locked up. But the race for the rings are still alive for these teams. We wish you all the best of luck. And
obviously, easy picks this week. All Sunset League teams.
Oh, yeah. I got Los Al, I got CDM, and I got Harbor.
I got them all winning. Yeah, I do. I got them all winning and going
Finally
to the semis.
thinking like me. I was the one who went undefeated in league play.
Yeah, I learned
Just
a little
trust
bit
me.
there.
I'll take care of you.
So, big things going on in the Sunset League. Got the playoffs, second round coming up. Oh, it just gets better week by week. So let's just keep it rolling.
Good luck, best of men, and to the seniors who are graduating, whose season's over. We salute you. It's been an honor, a privilege, and a pleasure to coach you. And keep it up for the guys who are still around.
Congratulations. It's been an honor and a privilege, and we wish you all the best in life. God bless you.